Hi, I'm AJ with Humbucker Soup, and I want to talk to you guys about some different guitar building templates, some different styles to choose from, and some of the pros and cons of each one. So as you can see here, I have a bunch of different templates laid out on the table. They're different styles, thicknesses, and materials. I'm going to try to break this all down for you so that it makes sense. One of the other things I'd like to mention is it's good to make sure that you buy your templates from somebody that you can trust. These are from Stuart McDonald, which is a huge guitar part selling company. And these are from FAV Guitars, and he makes some of the best templates I've ever used. These ones over here are some that I bought a long time ago from eBay. They're not overly precise, and they're almost too thin to work with. So not really good money spent there. So one of the next things I want to talk about is the different materials. These ones are made out of acrylic, which is really nice because you can see through them. It's really easy to get center lines lined up. Double-sided tape sticks to them and peels off pretty easily. One of the downfalls is even the thickest ones are usually only about 3/8 of an inch thick, which is not really deep enough to get your first pass with the router bit. So you may either have to use a smaller router bit for the first couple of passes or shim them up. One of the other downfalls with acrylic is if you have any issues with the bearing not spinning the way it's supposed to, if it locks on and it's spinning at the same speed as the router bit, it can build heat, which can melt these. So these ones are made out of MDF, which don't really have the same issues with the heat. One of the downfalls is you can't see through these, so it's a little bit harder to get things lined up perfectly. This is part of a set. There's a couple other pieces that go with it, but sets are really nice if you've never built a guitar before, or if you're trying to make one similar to something else, or if you just want it to be simple and easy. This one is 1/2 of an inch thick, which works really well if you're doing a neck or a fretboard, or even the body where you're routing the outside. But when you're doing plunge routing, it's still kind of borderline as to whether it's thick enough for that first pass. So you may either have to shim it up or route part way down before you go all the way to the edge where the bearing rides. Some people like to drill them out, drill several different holes in there. Just be careful if you do that because the router bit can catch the parts where you didn't drill and rip out a huge piece of wood. You can make your own templates if you'd really like to. That's what I did with these. That's a little bit harder to get everything perfectly accurate, and it takes a really long time. It takes a lot of different methods, so something like this could take several hours or days. So it does work, can usually save you a little bit of money, but it's not as easy as somebody typing the measurements in and able to cut it out with the CNC machine. The other thickness I have over here is 3/4 of an inch, which these are really nice because you can very easily get that first pass with the router bit. One of the downfalls is if you have a really deep cavity, you may have to actually remove this and then finish the route using the new route that you've made into the wood. So different things like this work really well if you want to customize a set, or if you want to build your own template, your own body style, and then you want to use some of the different utility type templates that are out there. So things like this will help you do that. I hope this video was helpful and that you learned something from it, and we'll see you on the next one.